top challenger for boxing's most elusive crown. Tonight, two contenders risk their destinies. Michael Grant has been ordained by some as the future of the division. With a victory, the undefeated giant can prove his time is now.
He beats them up to the body until they have nothing left. Just an accumulation of blows to the body and the head.
His opponent has been near the top before. Andrew Golota got a title shot 2 years ago against Lewis, only to crash and burn in less than 2 minutes.
Left hook by Lewis. Golota goes down.
The pressure is on Grant to match that championship performance or risk being perceived as just another pretender. Golota did have his dominant moments with 2 world-class performances against former champion Riddick Bowe.
Power punches from Golota. Bowe goes down.
Until he lost it all both times with near-identical disqualification meltdowns. But the foul pole is back one more time on a 6-fight win streak, focused to embarrass those who say his time has run out. Golota's kind of warrior spirit has at times been dormant in Grant.
Come on, man, get me. Do your job.
The power puncher did indeed step up his level of competition this past summer against Lou Savarese. And now the chosen one hopes to use Golota as championship seasoning to clear the confusion of who's best of the next. Last week, glory belonged to Lennox Lewis. Tonight, the heir apparent gets his most dangerous test. Michael Grant versus Andrew Golota. Is the new guard standout for real, or is the tarnished comebacker one punch away from redemption?
And as you look at the record, remember that Andrew Golota was the superior fighter in 36 of his 37 fights. Well ahead of Riddick Bowe on points on both of the occasions when he was disqualified for low blows.
Will be a harbinger of things to come, because like Lewis, he's been criticized for being a little too passive or calculating rather than passionate.
And you see the record, 30 wins, 21 by KO. Most recently, a 10-round grinded-out decision over tough Lou Savarese in New York's Madison Square Garden Theater.
Okay, gentlemen, you're both familiar with the rules of the state as they've been thoroughly gone over. I want you to remember 2 things. Obey my commands, and above all, defend yourselves at all times. Now shake hands and come out of the bell.
Jim, you mentioned earlier that the odds had opened at 8-1. We just learned that they've come down all the way to about 3-1. And in the last hours, I've heard the opinions of a lot of people I respect in boxing who think that Golota is going to win. So this is not the gimme that some people thought for Grant coming into this fight.
Well, Golota was so thoroughly discredited by most of us in boxing media after his performance against Lewis.
That left jab out there. He's got the reach, and he better take advantage of it tonight.
A trade right hand leads, and Grant, he's going to have some work to do between rounds 1 and 2.
And that's what you want when you've got a good left jab, is to make the guy follow you around.
Hard right hand by Golota deposits Grant right on the seat of his pants. And a sheepish little grin on Grant's face as if to say, where did that come from?
And Grant must be dazed and hurt because he...
Golota got to make sure he finishes it correctly.
Golota to the body as
Grant knocked down. Grant's legs were buckled, one on top of the other.
Well, we know Golota has power, and now Grant knows it too. Second knockdown of the round. Cannot be saved by the bell. Grant knocked down twice in the first round.
I said earlier about Golota being successful going forward, throwing shots. Very few guys can do that.
Golota is going to be looking to fire right hands, and he lands one right on Grant's ear.
Even the roar of the crowd can mess your legs up, can mess your eyesight up.
One more of those, and come punch apart.
Leave the negative alone. He's fighting a fair fight. Golota, bobs, weaves.
Rounds that the next foul would bring a point deduction. Right hand over the top by Grant.
1 point. 1 point. 1 point.
Hard body shot by Golota with the left hand.
The referee is better beware that cup is like he has wings. His right hand is way back.
Grant takes a big right hand from Golota and comes back with a counter.
Another low blow.
Golota holds his hands out.
That referee, Randy Newman, is called.
That low blows, not holding. I was wrong.
No.
That cup you
Golota doesn't have a high cup.
And now Grant hits low again. And now Newman deducts from Grant. Play clearly showed you it was for low blows. Hard jab by Golota and a hard left hook. Golota making a lot of... Left hook by Grant. Left hook by Golota.
Taking a lot for Grant to recover from that first round.
Left hook to the body by Golota. Right hand upstairs by Grant.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Golota landing about half the punches he's throwing.
Why Grant had a point deduction, you saw inside. That was south of the border. The left hand.
CompuBox numbers in round 4, you probably saw them. Golota landing 24 of 30. But maybe they feel like Golota's going to be open. If he keeps throwing, there's a hard left hook upstairs by Golota. Right hand by Grant as Golota comes in.
And that hurt Golota.
Rally by Grant. Big punches from Michael at the end of round 5.
Yes.
At the beginning of round 1.
With that left
And there's a vicious
Grant
right
is
hand.
supreme.
Right hand down the pipe by Grant.
With that left jab, Grant can do anything.
He is the number 2 or 3 or 4 fighter in the division. Was floored twice in the first round by the comebacking foul pole.
That stiff jab and following it with a good right hand.
Pretty good in the gym trainer as well. Also trains Fernando Vargas.
Grant's many punches, and you got to look for a second win somewhere down the line. He's no doubt the more powerful of the two.
Andrew Golota, 1988 Olympic bronze medalist.
Same right hand again.
Landed the right hand flush on Grant. Grant wobbling. Golota.
He can't believe that this guy's jumping on him like this. Oh, that Grant still got a good right hand. But he can't exchange it with Golota. You got to jab, throw your right hand, and move to the side. He throws. Good body punching. Good right hand to the body of jab of Grant.
Grant lands upstairs with the right hand as Golota was attacking the...
Good left hook by Grant.
A lead left hook. He doesn't do it all that often, and now he drives Golota back with a right. And another right.
But I tell you, he's not used to swallowing that blood, and both eyes are swollen. And when Golota gets aggressive like that, he wins the rounds.
But with 4 rounds to go, if you're...
That time Golota a couple times this time. Grant is putting it down there to him. The referee better get in there.
They trade big shots. Crowd comes back to life.
Whoa.
Low blow by Golota.
Let's go. If he really want to be champ. Larry Merchant asked him today, do you want it? Yesterday.
And didn't get a straight answer, incidentally.
Do you really want to be champ?
Didn't get a straight answer.
Oh, the form you want to see in a top fighter.
Right hand every time he catches and beat Grant to the punch.
Golota in trouble.
A lot of time left in this fight.
Yep, plenty of time. This is the way Golota looked when Lewis caught him in round number 1. And down he goes. Could be a break for Golota. He probably needs this count to have any chance of clearing his head.
You want to fight?
A minute.
Want to fight? Want to fight?
He said no.
He said he didn't want to
He
fight.
didn't want to go on anymore.
Randy Newman stops the fight as Golota gives him the wrong answer.
Andrew Golota said to him, no. He nodded no. And Michael Grant has made a big case for himself tonight in adversity.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, New Jersey, referee Randy Newman, following the knockdown, calls a halt to the bout at 1 minute, 31 seconds of round 10. The winner and still NABF champion and still undefeated from Norristown, PA, he is Michael Grant.
What did you find out about yourself tonight?
Well, I knew that when I got knocked down in the first round, this was going to be a test of my faith. And I wasn't going to get counted out. I wasn't going to quit. It's not even in me. So, you know, I just pretty much sustained with my ability and just use my God-gifted talent. But first, Larry, let me just say, give it honor to God and who's the head of my life, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Would you tell us how hurt you were early in the fight?
I mean, it was a punch I didn't see coming. So he caught me sleeping. And another thing, I don't complain, but this ring is not pulled tight. So every time I pushed off, it slid back. And so it took a pressure off my jab. But you know, I'm not complaining. I sustained it. And I ended up with a knockout. What round was that? 10th round. 10th round knockout.
Did you feel you were behind? Were you being told in your corner that you had to knock him out?
Don told me, look, you know what you got to do? You got to knock him out. And still, I didn't go in and try to knock him out. I tried to use my speed. I knew Golota had a hard time finding my jab when I was moving behind it. And just moving my head, bobbing my head and throwing a jab in there, he had a hard time finding me.
When you're behind in this fight, which was your first really tough test as a professional prize fighter, do you see your boxing life flashing in front of you? Is there a moment where you say, I've got to make a decision here what I want to do with myself?
No, it's not even that. I'm still a humble guy. I'm going to listen to my trainers, you know, whatever the situation may be. So it's not me finding myself. I'm already found. I just got to keep on establishing myself and getting guys in there like Golota and maybe Lennox or whoever the next quality opponent is and get in there and fight like a fighter of the future.
Did you find out tonight that you were a real fighter because a real fighter is going to have to deal with these things in his life?
Did I find out tonight that I was a real fighter? Well, you know, I don't know. Don can tell you that. I just go out there and work.
All right, Don, as long as you keyed us in, Don Turner, you know, you've been around a long time, a lot of guys with talent, but until they go through something like this, do you really know about him?
Well, the only way he could win, and we kept telling him in the corner to work. In the round before he knocked him out, I said, you behind, you got to knock this guy out, you got to fight. So forget about things and just throw punches. And JC told him, put a bag drill on him. So we found out he's a real fighter.
I know you guys asked me in the press room, have I ever been knocked down in a fight? And that was my first experience knockdown. And hey, I'm not looking for another one. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to go to work from the door, Judge.
Was he the best fighter you've ever fought?
He's one of the strongest fighters I've ever fought. But, you know, I mean, his stance, you know, like I said, I was getting through that jab. He couldn't parry my jab. I was just being lackadaisical with the jab and trying to, you know, just be fancy in the ring. But
all right,
no.
I asked Lennox Lewis after this fight, does he still want to fight you? And he nodded yes. Will you tell the people who run your career, get me that fight?
Hey, they know what they want to get. I know, but that's the fight I won. I wanted that fight ever since I fought maybe 6 fights ago, 7 fights ago, whatever. So if they can make the fight, they make the fight. But I'm not going to pressure anybody to make the fight because when my time comes, I'll be ready.
Thank you very much for a great fight. Enjoyed it again.
Thank you, Larry.